Good morning. We're going to talk about something today. So it's not technical. Like I said, I'm going to start making other videos. Even if no one likes it, it's also for me to reflect over and to kind of have I guess, a log of some kind. So, yeah, I know I have bags of an eye. Like I said, I stay up late catching up to things. Um, like some of this new friend of mine said, seems like you have 48 hours. Well, might be true in some cases. So we're going to talk about one of the first things I learned, which no one told me about until I asked a couple of close friends, and it's something that stuck with me, uh, both good and bad, actually. And it's how you're perceived in terms of confidence. Depending on the culture you are growing up in and the countries you live in, and the people you surround with, and how you talk, confidence is often, in my experience, misconstrued as arrogance or all-knowing, or something around those lines. So they are angled negatively, which means people will perceive you negative, right? You will not be as welcomed. You will not be perceived as being a welcoming person. You will not be perceived as being a warm person. You will probably notice that there are less people talking to you or less people interested in talking to you, not because you are interesting, not because you don't know what you know or don't have experience. It's just that people perceive you as an arrogance, which also often can be perceived as strict and a different topic, and other things. So these things I have experienced a lot, um, that with a lot of knowledge and experience, especially in the beginning, if you think you have it, which you might have, you might also treat people differently. Now, this is stuck with me a lot because when I was a lot younger, we're talking about 14, 15 years ago, something, I don't know, 2004. So I don't know, do the math. I had a mentor who took me in, and I had an internship with him. And one thing he told me every day, like he didn't tell me like you need to improve your game design, your production skills, your QA, because they had different roles at the small studio. His recommendation and his advice was always, um, you need to be more humble, relax. Because because now, keep in mind that he himself was super humble to the point that it probably annoyed me a little bit, because too humble people, they aren't revealing their skills. And when I do like projects and other things in private, I'm always looking for people to team up with. It can be a bit annoying when nice people, humble people also happen to be very good at something and you don't find out about it until it's too late. So because he was so humble, how he perceived me was uh, arrogance, not confident, but arrogant or all-knowing. And that obviously also is connected to probably how I phrase myself, how I talk to other people, and so on. It's something I will keep reflecting over, and I do time to time to be sure that I don't have the same behavior, because it's not true. I'm neither arrogant or all-knowing. I am, however, confident in a lot of things. And showing that confidence is the difficult part. So when you're at a job interview, when you are meeting people at networking, when you're doing pitching, you're trying to get clients, there's such a fine line between being confident and then going over to be arrogant or all-knowing and kind of people puking over you, right? Now, I wasn't really good at it, apparently, because a lot of people didn't tell me, but I had a group of friends who I told or asked a couple of years later after being with them and doing things with them, and they kind of said that you kind of come off as arrogant and maybe too strict and stuff like that. So that's something I started working on for the next 10 years. I started working on it over time to kind of make sure that my humbleness will be more obvious, my kindness will be more obvious, my confidence will not be misconstrued. Now, the disadvantage of doing that was that over time it also made me less confident. psychologically, because you're working on your mind, your psyche, right? So you're trying to remove something bad, but once you get through the past, as I said, it's a fine line, so you can go backwards, right? So I started becoming more insecure, and I started becoming like I'm not really good enough, and that led to creating imposter syndrome, which I didn't have when I was just myself, to a point that I was confident and I was open to talk about everything and my opinions and everything. Now, if you meet me and you know me from before, you will notice I'm a bit careful on sharing my opinions, a bit careful um, on showing my confidence, because I'm not always sure about how the other people will perceive it. So I need time to establish that they know me first, that they understand and they see what I'm capable of themselves. Kind of let that speak for that self. But because we're online, we are doing things online, especially if you're indie developer or student, you're posting stuff, you're trying to show up your work. Sometimes that's not enough, right? Sometimes just showing your stuff doesn't work. You have to talk a lot, you have to meet people, and I need to feel you that you are capable of something, right? That's something they want to pick up during job interviews, especially. So for me, it was quite a journey to keep working on it and being aware of this key thing: confidence and arrogance. Arrogance can often lead to being considered all-knowing, which is apparently a good thing. Um, so I've worked a lot by avoiding that stamp, and I went more towards, okay, how can I show confidence and skill instead without necessarily stating all that. Now I do still state it. I have a friend. He doesn't like it. He doesn't necessarily want to do it himself, but he did point out that I post a lot of stuff online, like things I'm doing, things I'm achieving. Now I don't do it because I'm trying to prove something. It's very important to know the difference there. I do it because I am building a perception and brand, right? If people don't know what I'm doing, they're not gonna think about me, and they're not gonna come to me and ask me. And that's why I get a lot of opportunities. That's a lot why people message me. It's not because I'm better than you or smarter than you. It's just because I make sure I am on someone's mind all the time. So that's a topic for another time. How you brand yourself, how people perceive you. So let's talk about perception next time, right? Because it's connected to how people perceive you. It's actually the key thing, how people perceive you. Like how people perceive you. Are you arrogant? Are you nice? Are you skilled? Right? I've been told that a lot of nice people, they can keep their job even if they're not skilled, just because they're nice. I've seen it to be true. I met a lot of people who I wouldn't hire personally, but they're at the studio or a company just because they are easier to talk to and they're nice and they're warm. Now, I'm not the kind of guy who goes into the studio all the time and like have a warm personality. I have a more calm, chill personality, and you won't always see a reaction out of. You have to be doing specific things to get a good reaction out of me. And for some reason I started coughing, but I think that's the video for now. Watch it, like it, comment. If you don't like it, I'm gonna keep doing this anyway, but I would appreciate some support. Okay, this is good, this is interesting, and we want more about these different topics, these different keywords, and your experience about it. And keep a watch out. Next week there is a live talk with me and a group of other people. I think it was Friday the 16th. So be aware, that might pop up somewhere on the internet. So you have 2 hours with me on live stream on Twitch to talk about different things. I will talk about these things in a more connected manner rather than these vague versions. So thank you for watching. Please, subscribe, support, help. I already bought I don't know, a light. I'm trying to get used to it and figure out what works and doesn't work, so it looks a bit better. Upgraded to HT as well. Hopefully I can upgrade to a microphone later. I do have equipment on my computer, but I don't have a webcam, so that's why I'm using this right now. So thank you for watching again. Have a nice day. I should get ready for work. That means eating and drinking a cup of tea. Thank you. Bye.